At this hour, the Senate is making its way into the House chamber for a joint session in which they will be tallying the Electoral College votes. We can see, if you're watching on TV, Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the House presiding, she will turn over the gavel to the Vice President of the United States, Mike Pence, who's the President of the Senate, to actually preside over the tallying of the votes. In the meantime, we have headlines crossing the Bloomberg right now that Vice President Pence has now said that he does not have the authority to determine electoral votes, does not have the authority. This puts to rest, perhaps, the question that has been raised in part by President Trump, saying that he is counting on Vice President Pence to step up on his behalf. So that we will continue to follow that as it develops in the House chamber, and as they come to the point where objections are actually made, which is expected, we will do our best to bring those to you. An historic development. There will be some formalities before that, but as they get to objections, we will bring those to you. In the meantime, the drama continues down in Georgia as the remaining few thousand votes are being counted in the race between David Perdue and Jon Ossoff. For the latest, we turn again to our Bloomberg colleague, Emily Wilkins in Georgia. So, Emily, thank you so much for being with us. We know one of the races has been determined, but what about the Jon Ossoff against David Perdue? How many votes are still not counted, and do we know anything about the nature of those votes?
We're looking still at about several tens of thousand votes that have not yet been counted from a number of different counties. But what we are seeing is that the most votes that remain uncounted are coming from counties that are largely Democratic. This is something that has given Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, Stacey Abrams a lot of encouragement to already go ahead and crown Jon Ossoff the next winner. Of course, we have not called that. The networks have not called that. But it looks very, very good for Ossoff at this point to become a next senator from Georgia.
Okay, thank you so much, Emily, for that great reporting throughout this historic runoff race. And right now, what we are seeing, those of you on radio, is we're seeing Vice President Pence conferring with Speaker Pelosi in the House chamber as they just begin to get the formalities underway. There's going to be some readings, some formalities to go through before they actually get to the tallying of the vote count.
The biggest stories the moment they happen from around the globe. Subscribe to Bloomberg Quick Take now for insight in an instant.